Hello everyone. Now, originally this was meant to be a pitch idea of what a Sonic Freedom Planet crossover game would be like, and I still plan to make that video in the future, but I've already accepted the fact that, a crossover game with Sonic and Lilac isn't gonna happen. So, I figured why not actually do a pitch idea with another Sonic character that hasn't appeared in the games yet, but is still canon, if you read the IDW comics. If you don't know who the hell I'm talking about, well then, you're clearly a casual Sonic fan, or you're a massive Sonic fan that's been under the rock, the bear that's been living under a rock. Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce you to Surge the Tenric. Now, I'm not going to go into Surge's backstory here because I don't have enough time, but I will pretty much give you the basics. Pretty much, Dr. Starline kidnapped her and another person named Kit, hypnotized them and brainwashed them into hating Sonic. And, well, after they found out about that, they don't know the rest of their past, so they went insane and, well, almost went on a damn rampage. That's pretty much the basics. If you want to know everything else that happens, oh, I am not spoiling that. You're going to have to pick up the IDW comics. I recommend picking up the Imposter Syndrome comic books first before reading the others, if you want to know about Surge and Kit. But what am I proposing here? Am I proposing a spin-off game where Surge the Tenric is the only playable character? No. I am not proposing that at all. But I am proposing a game where you play as Sonic and Surge. Now, what type of game will this be? Will this be open world? Will this be linear? I know you open world lovers want it to be open world, but I'm gonna go with linear. I'm sorry, I'm not saying Sonic Frontiers is bad, it's decent, but it is the definition of tech demo. And now I have pissed off the hardcore fans of that game, so... And then again, it's the Sonic fan base. If you just so much as say that, Sonic Movie 3 is already the best in the trilogy, without even evidence, they'll get pissed off with you over that. Which I guess would make sense, because there's no evidence that it will be the best in the trilogy. It doesn't matter. So yeah, I would definitely go for a more linear game. Now, the thing is, what type of game are we going for? Or we already established that we're not doing open world, we're doing linear. So, do we do, a 2D style game? Do we do a Secret Rings type of game? Of course we're not doing that. You think I'm that stupid? Of course we're not doing that. No. Seriously, Sonic and the Secret Rings is one of the worst games I have ever played, and goddammit Sega, please just do a remake of it so it can actually have good controls. That's all I want. All you need to do is fix the controls. That's all you need to do. The rest of the game is fine. It's just the controls just make it a chore to play. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Sonic and Surge. So are we gonna go for Secret Rings type of controls? Well, we already established no. Are we gonna go for boost? Nah, I think we should go for adventure type gameplay. And I can already hear the comments now. Oh, of course you'll go for adventure type gameplay. Almost every old Sonic fan goes for that. Shut the fuck up. Let me explain. Look, the problem with doing it in boost gameplay is that both Sonic and Surge are speed types. And, well, what would be the point? Surge would just pretty much be... It would just be pretty much gender-bent Sonic if you turned into a Tenric. That's it. And I want to differentiate the two. And I think it's more likely easier to, have the two have the same speed style, but also play differently if we go for adventure type. Now, I think, Sonic should, Now, for Sonic, I think it should be a mixture of the adventure games, but also Frontiers. What I mean is that get rid of the boost entirely. I love the boost, but I don't think it's going to work here. But I would definitely like that combat at home and attack that he had in Frontiers. You know, where, you lot where like you lock onto an enemy, you like you press the attack button, you go charging towards the enemy, and if you keep pressing the attack button, you start pummeling the shit out of it. I think that could work. Now for Surge, that's gonna be a bit tricky. What do we do with that? Basically, I would have Surge play a lot like Shadow from Sonic 06. Sonic Project 06! What I mean is that, like, how do I put this? Yeah, she basically plays the same as Sonic, but has extra abilities. She could, she can electrocute enemies. She could probably throw, like, electric spears, kind of like Shadow. She could also have a powerful stomp attack. That type of stuff, which means she plays similarly to Sonic, but also different enough to justify her being playable. Alright, we got that done. Now, what are we going to do with the story? Well, actually, no, we can't do the story yet. How are we going to have it where we switch between characters? Well, I'm honestly gonna have a hard time thinking. So, while I think, I'm just gonna randomly cut to the part where I thought of it. Alright, I thought of it. So, we are not doing the Sonic 06 thing where Sonic will get stuck and then we have to switch to another character. We are not doing the Sonic Adventure 2 thing where... Well, actually, let me explain. We're not doing, like, the Sonic Adventure 2 thing where we have to pick where it's, like, two separate story modes and we have to pick one. So instead, I'm having it where I guess you could say it's a Sonic Generation... No. Actually, let me rephrase that. It is technically Sonic Adventure 2, but instead we have one story mode and we only have Sonic and Surge as the playable characters. So, what I mean is that one level you could be playing as Sonic, next level you could be playing as Surge. So I guess you could say more Sonic Unleashed, like regular Sonic and Werehog Sonic in that game. Except the Werehog sections won't drag on for too long. Just before you ask, yes, I do like Sonic Unleashed, and yes, I enjoy the Werehog sections fine, but I won't deny, sometimes they do take forever to complete, so that's why I said, if the Werehog sections didn't drag. Don't worry, I'm not saying Surge will play like the Werehog. I already established that she plays more like Shadow from Sonic 06. So, yeah, that's how we'll have the two characters switch between each other. So one level you're playing as Sonic, next level you're playing as Surge. So, yeah, something like that. And we will add in other gameplay styles as well. So maybe we can have, so maybe we can have a few Sky Chase sections, kind of like in games like Sonic 4 Episode 2, Sonic 2, and Sonic Adventure 1. Not the one from Sonic Unleashed, for the love of God. No, those aeroplane sections are terrible. Oh, so yeah, we can have those. What else? Will we have vehicle sections? I guess we can, I guess if we felt the need to squeeze in some extra characters, I guess if we wanted to have Tails or Rouge playable, I guess we can, add in some car sections. But then again, I'm mostly focusing on the main two here, Sonic and Surge, so we'll leave those vehicle sections as a maybe, we'll leave those vehicle sections as a maybe. I wouldn't fully confirm whether they would be part of the game or not. I mean, I'm not even confirming this game's going to exist. I mean, I don't know. I don't know shit about game making. And for all I know, Sega is working on this game, but is coming up with way different ideas. It's coming up with different ideas, and probably ideas that are way better than mine right now. Or probably way worse, but they'll still be executed way better than my ideas ever will be. Sorry about that. But yeah, like I said, we'll have aeroplane sections. I guess we can also have racing levels, kind of similar to games like Sonic Rivals 2 or Sonic Rivals 2, bleh. Kind of similar to games like Sonic Rivals 1 and 2, or some of the racing levels from Sonic Boom Fire and Ice. Just to add variety, so it isn't just I platform with this character, do the same thing but with a different character. I'm not saying we need to have, a whole bajillion gameplay styles. I've played Shark Tale the video game. I know how wrong that can go. Very, very, very disastrous. So, yeah, understandably, like, you know, I would want to have other gameplay styles, like, you know, like, going through the tornado, maybe add in some, like, snowboarding sections here or there, you know, and also, why not add in some of the Mach Speed sections from Sonic 06? I mean, I guess Sonic Lost World would be the better comparison, because that actually got the Mach Speed sections right. God, I'm terrible at this. Anyway, so that's all I can come up with right now, though. I guess, like, you know, the only thing I can go over would be the story. Now, I'm not gonna do, like, a beat-by-beat analysis of what story I've come up with. I'm not gonna, like, tell the story from beginning to end, because, honestly, I didn't have enough time to write a story. If I do end up writing a story for this made-up game, then yeah, I will do a video talking about it from beginning to end. But as for now, I don't have a story for it. Well, I do have a story for it, but I just don't have one written, if that makes any sense. And so, the story would be, like, you know, understandably, Eggman's up to no good. And Eggman has found something so powerful that Sonic has to begrudgingly team up with Surge in order to save the day. That's pretty much it. You know, because you have to keep in mind that even though right now Surge and Sonic are fighting alongside each other, you also have to keep in mind that Surge is undercover for Mimic, someone who wants to kill all the heroes. So, yeah, Surge is still technically a villain at this point in the IDW comics. So, if let's say this game comes out, and, you know, if let's say this game comes out and she's still a villain in said comics, we are going to need a justifiable reason for her being with Sonic and helping him out. So, understandably, like, you know, Eggman being up to no good to the point where everyone would be obliterated, including Surge and Kit, would actually motivate Surge enough to team up with him. There, simple as that. So, yeah. I really want this game to be made. Sega, if you're watching this, please actually make it. You don't even need to credit me, because I don't think anyone would give a shit. Because, you know, I honestly wouldn't care if you didn't credit me. Just, please make this game a reality. I want this game. I highly doubt we're getting it, but who knows? I mean, it's been a while since we've had a new Sonic character that's actually playable. Like, yeah, I know there's Trip in Sonic Superstars, but I'm mostly talking about for the modern games, not really the classic games. And yes, I know Superstars came out October. I know it came out like 6 months ago, but I'm calling it a classic game because it uses the classic art style, so there. Alright, that's it. I'm done. See you guys next time.